For me, there's only one opera director and one opera collaborator. He is not my Lennon to my McCartney, because I ain't no McCartney. But him and I just are copacetic.
So we've been friends and collaborators for quite a while now, rather embarrassingly long.
My daughter suggested this book, The Invention of Morel, a very slim volume.
It's a funny old story. I mean, it exists as a kind of science fiction tale. It exists as a kind of existential love story.
It is a period sci-fi black romantic comedy. It's the story of a guy on an island. It's that template, an escapee, a fugitive from justice.
A man who, for some Kafkaesque, unspecified crime, has had to escape his everyday life.
And he's on this island alone, and he's desperate. Suddenly, one morning he wakes up and the island's full of people.
Unusual, strange, spectral visitors.
And he thinks that they've come to get him. So he hides in the jungle, and as he's observing them, they seem to be very high society, these people, oddly dressed. And amongst those intruders is a woman, of course, with whom he falls in love.
And he can't understand for the life of him why the object of his affection isn't giving him the remotest bit of interest.
So he can't stop himself. He has to meet her, and he tries to, but she just kind of won't see him. And eventually he's standing in front of her shouting at her, and she just doesn't see him.
So it's a kind of love story?
It's a love story between two people on the same beach, separated by 40 years. And that's where Morel's invention comes in.
And we see that it has pretty dark and sinister implications for humanity.
What makes this a good opera story is that there are relatively few beats to the story, which means you get into the emotion of it.
A disposition of anxiety, of agitation, of disquiet, which for two such sunny guys as me and Stewart, is really weird that we should choose. Actually, that's been part of the subject matter for most of the things we've worked on. We had far too much fun working on it, as we always do.
Opera is the most fun that a composer can have with his clothes on.